Hi everyone, welcome to Sharks Fan TV with your man Humphrey. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are. Thanks for joining in Sharks Fan TV. And guys, what a week! What a week! Like Super Sport says, what a week of rugby news, of everything that's going on in Sharks. And we've been keeping it interactive in the comments, especially Jaku, and I like to thank him. Big up Jaku. He's really a guy that represents some of the fans that we have, most of the fans actually that Sharks have, and we've been engaging throughout the comments. If you guys have been hearing or seeing it, it's been really interesting. So we're gonna break it down news by news, and don't forget today we're playing penultimate final. It's not a final, but it is a final in some sense that whoever wins this game ultimately is the champion of the Pro 14 Rugby or Rainbow Cup SA. But before we get into it, guys, so I just want to say thank you as always, all of you. I see all of you are watching these videos, and I want to say thank you so much for your support. Just continue that. Continue liking and sharing. We're gonna keeping it interactive. I'll keep bringing you some news for Chelsea Sharks, for rugby as well. If you're a rugby fan, you like it. If you're a Chelsea Sharks fan, you'll definitely enjoy this. And let the news spread that Sharks Fan TV is here, guys. It doesn't matter if you are 18 months, one month supporting the team, or 18 years, 10 years supporting the team. We are all supporters, and that's why I've just tried to create this platform for us to keep it interactive. Your opinions matter, but everyone has their opinion, so let's engage in it. So we're gonna talk about a lot of things today. It's gonna be a mouthful. I hope we'll be able to cover most of them, but let's give it a try. So first of all, we're going to start with the Springbok squad announcement. It was announced this week, the beginning of the week, actually after the Lions versus Sharks game, which was played last Saturday at 4 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock, 6:30 SA time, the Springbok team was announced to face British and Irish Lions from July to August, the beginning of August. And it's gonna be the Springbok 15 or the Springbok A team, and then the final Springbok squad that are gonna face. So it's a 46-man squad. It's supposed to be 45, but it's a 46-man squad that was announced, and surprise packages were there, and also some of our boys made it to the team, and that's why it's important. So I'll go through the list of all the Springboks who are chosen or selected, and we'll focus on the Sharks players. But first of all, here's the team that was announced. Remember, they're gonna play I think 5 games each, 5 games in this 45, and everyone is gonna get involved because there will be the ASA 15 team and then the ASA Springbok team. So surprisingly or not surprisingly, most of the players who made it were from the 2019 Rugby World Cup, the Springbok winning team, apart from the 3 retirees who retired. Let's go into the squad. So the props who were chosen were Thomas du Toit. Rings a bell, everyone. Thomas du Toit played even last week for the Sharks. So he's a very combative tight head. People are saying that he's not going to make a good tight head, but I think he's doing a good job. All right, so the props, like I said, Thomas du Toit, Steven Kishoff, Vincent Koch, Franz Malherbe, Oxen Che, Trevor Nyakane, and Connie Oosthuizen. So you see Ox and Thomas du Toit are starting props or starting front row, already making it there. Hookers were Joseph Dweba, Malcolm Marks, Bongi Mbonambi, and we're going to talk about Bongi later on, and Skaran Tubeni. Locks, Lut Yaka, glad that he's back in the selection. He's been riddled with injuries, but I'm glad that he's just played back. Babyface, Lodiaka, a very good ball carrier. But he now has beards, so he's not babyface anymore. But still, he was the kid of the block, of the squad. But yeah, glad he's back. His partner is Eben Etzebeth, Nicolas Jans van Rensburg from Montpellier, Franco Monster, Marvin Ori, and Argees Sneyman. Argees Sneyman, we're also going to talk about him later on. He plays for Munster in the Pro 14 Northern Hemisphere. Loose forwards. We go to loose forwards. The flanks will be and the eighth man will be Dan Duprier, Peter Step Dutoy, Sia Kolisi, the Springbok captain, and also a new signing 6 months into the job. Kwacha Smith, Marco van Staden, Dwayne Vermeulen, who we're gonna meet later on in the Bulls game, and Jasper Weiss. Well, Dwayne Vermeulen, we're not gonna meet him because he underwent surgery. So we'll see the starting 15 for Bulls later on. Moving on swiftly. Utilities forward is Jean-Luc Duprier and Reynard Elstad from Toulouse. Scrum half, we have Faf de Klerk, Mr. Springbok himself, Mr. Ese. I can't forget the picture with this underwear, Ese underwear holding the Webb Ellis Cup. That's Mr. Springbok right there, Faf de Klerk. Holding also, remember, those two big props from England. He didn't take mace with them. He was, shirt pulling all of them, holding them by the neck. And, that picture also is one of the most definitive pictures in the finals. He doesn't take any crap, this guy, although how short he is. Also, we have Herschel Yantis, Sanele Nohamba, and Kobus Reinach. Sanele Nohamba makes it to the squad, although Sean Everett hasn't been using him that much. But I think he's a very good student. He came in and is really playing right when he comes. He's very composed. And I think we just needed to speed up our game. That's why we've been utilizing other scrum halves in front of Nohamba. But I think Nohamba is a very composed player, and he can learn a lot from Faf de Klerk. Remember, Faf is going on his prime years, and getting to learn about the scrum half positions, how it's played, and getting a chance in the Springbok actually will bode well for this guy. He's only 22 there, so there's a lot to learn, but I'm glad that he got an opportunity to learn. Fly halves, we have Elton Yanchis, Andre Pollard, Monestein. Monestein comes back. This is his second stint in the British and Irish Lions series. Remember the 2009 series where he scored the last penalty to earn the Springbok the series 2-1. Him together with Jack Forey scoring the final try in the corner. They helped us win the series 2-1. So this time he makes it again. Not many people actually make it because this is once in 12 years, and there's different players. Is among the list of very few people who've played against the British and Irish Lions twice. Also, we have in the midfielders, we're talking centers. We'll have Lucanio Am, Damien Dialande, JC Creel, Wandisile Semelane, Franz Stein. Franz Stein as well, second time winning the Springbok. He has two winners medals for the trophy World Cup, and also is the second time meeting the British and Irish Lions. He played as inside center in the last time, and this time is going to be used as a center as well as fullback. Yes, he can be used in both positions, but this guy has a mule of a kick. I remember in the 2007 World Cup, he kicked from, I think, over 62 meters, in close to our 22, and still made it over the post. So this guy, watch him. He's really gonna light up when it comes to those long kicks to goal. And I'm glad that he's one of my favorite players, man. He's ever since he started in the Springbok journey, he's been one of my favorite player, and he's also a former Sharks player. And I still like him. You know, Franz Stein was my guy and still is. Then outside backs, we're talking full backs as well. As wings, we'll have Apelele Fassi making his debut there. Cheslin Colby, the final or the third try in the finals against England in the 2019 World Cup, makes a return to the Springbok, and man, electric guy, you know, plays there in Toulouse and also won some trophies there as well. We have Makazole Mapimpi coming in from from his stint in Japan. He played the last game, and he scored the first ever Springbok try in a World Cup final. Remember that game where the finals where him and Am connected really well, and he went through to score the first try. This guy is just electric, and we saw him last week. He just has upped his game, man. He's introduced a bit of step in his game, a bit of dance in his game, and he can beat a man and just go. So there's so much coming in from this player, and I like what I see. Then it's finishing off with Bunkosi, Yao Pengle as well, making it to debut. Roscoe Speckman as well, debutant, and Damien Willemse. So those are the Springboks that are chosen for the Lions series. They're gonna play, I think, 5 matches, 3 for the Springboks, and the 2 for Springboks 15 or the SA 15. So let's focus a bit on some news there. So Damien Willemse, R.H. Sneekman, we said they're playing there in Munster. Last week, actually, after their game, they were having a bit of a braai, South African style. Well, they had a fire pit going on, and they also had a few players with them from Munster. Mike Haley and CJ Stander. CJ Stander, SA born, represented Ireland in the last 2019 World Cup, but retired last year, and this was going to be his final season in the Pro 14 Rainbow Cup as well. And Munster actually a second in the log, below Benetton, 2 points behind. So they were playing their final game this weekend, and the Damien Willemse is going to miss it together with Aches Neyman, because they had a bit of a crisis or a bit of an accident there. Someone poured petrol. Someone was trying to pour petrol. That's news. It's on SuperSport. You can go and read it. Someone was trying to pour petrol, and they got burnt. And all 4 of them got burnt. Luckily, it wasn't very, very bad burns, but it was enough to keep them out because they were hospitalized. Enough to keep both Arjes Neyman and Damien Willemse out of the Munster game in the weekend. So the Springbok coach was just talking about how it's not going to affect the game, or how it's not going to affect when it comes to the selection. They still will be available for the Springbok come July, but it was just a bit of a concern. So that's what happened there with Damien Willemse, but they're okay, thank God. We're going to see them again when they play in the Springboks. So talking about that, we come to the Sharks players who made it to the Springbok team. We have Thomas du Toit. We also have Oxenche. We have Sia Kolisi, the captain, of course. Not Faflik. Sanele Nohamba making his debut. Sanele Nohamba. And when we were listening to Mzondile Stick, the Bok assistant coach, he was saying that they had a mix of youth or inexperience versus experience in the Springbok setup because they couldn't think of waiting maybe 2 years or 3 years after Faf de Klerk has retired or a step down from his role as scrum half and then introduce new blood in the system. Why not introduce it now? Let them learn from Faf de Klerk and the likes. And then when they come in, they're already integrated into the team. So that's why he gave opportunity to players like Sanele Nohamba. And, Harsho Yanti is continuing. He has 10 caps as well. So he's giving these players an opportunity to learn from the best. And with that, they will continue bleeding talent into the Springbok setup. So that's Sanele. Am as well, our captain, made it. Fasi comes in uncapped, will make a debut as well because we've heard that all these players will play. And Yao Pengle, this is the first time also as well. So in total, there are 8 players who made it into the... Wait. Not 8 players. Because on Monday, there were breaking news. And I liked how it broke in the Sharks Twitter account. They congratulated all our 8 players who made it to the Springbok. No, wait. Make it 9 players. 9 players who've made it to the Springbok. Why? Because Bongi Bonambi signed for the Sharks. And he will come after his Springboks commitment. Close to November there, I think, to start off. I think after the Currie Cup, he'll join us. But he'll be in Springbok. Remember, after the Lions tour, the Springbok will go to the Rugby Championship. We are back in the Rugby Championship. And also as well, the Northern Hemisphere tour. So there's still a lot of international games to play. But Bongi Bonambi has officially signed, and I'd like to say welcome Bongi Bonambi from the Stormers. And it was a bit of a banter between Sharks and Stormers Twitter. They're like, who can blame him changing from blue and white to black and white. He's following Sia Kolisi as our second signing from Stormers as well. And we want to welcome him officially. Welcome Bongi Bonambi. And the hooker position actually needed a bit of experience. Fez is still inexperienced as well. Kieran Van Vuren, he doesn't play that much in the hooker position, so we needed a bit of strengthening there. And once again, Eduardo Coetzee, our CEO, is pulling off some of this signing alongside MVM, who look like they are not here to play. So that's our signing. So 9 Springbok players in the from the Sharks making it to the Lions, British and Irish Lions tour. So let's, in that spirit, let's continue talking about transfers. I said we're going to talk a lot in the transfers. Now, we have an outgoing, actually, first of all, an outgoing player. His name is Richard Palframan. Richard Palframan play in our French squads, the under 19s. He's now 27. He's now 27 and he's joined Newcastle in the UK. But he represented Sharks under 19, making his debut there before joining London Irish and London Scottish. And now he's moved to Newcastle. So all the best to Palframan. Unlucky that he didn't make it to our senior squad, but still was one of our blood because we are family, one of our Sharks. And we wish him well in his career going up north there or staying up north. And then another now potential rumor or news is Cohen Bosch has been linked to signing to the Stormers. And actually, this was breaking news. SA Rugby Mag, also Jaku was informing me in the beginning of the week. Big up Jaku. He was informing me that SA Rugby Mag had posted a news that the links tying Corin Bosch to move down south to the coast or to Cape Town to represent Stormers was alive and well. But just hear this banter from Eduardo Kotsia, the CEO. He said if this news breaks or if Stormers actually pull this off, he will personally introduce them to MVM or Marco Masotti, holding to negotiate a signing and a bonus for Corin Bosch. So he was telling them this is fake news. And if Bosch actually signs for the Stormers, he will personally introduce the Stormers to MVM CEO so that they can negotiate a bonus and a salary for Corin Bosch when he moves. So he was dismissing this totally, and he said it's fake news. But I like the banter that is going on between Stormers and Sharks Twitter. Also, Bulls are joining in. Bulls posted a bit of a dance move saying that, oh, we just have to beat Sharks to become the champions of the Rainbow Cup SA. Posted a bit of a dance, and Sharks were like, I'm glad that Bulls are prepared for this game. So that's the second bit of news involving transfers. That's a bit of a fake news that was dismissed by Eduardo Kotsia, our CEO. All right. So we're going to move on to the next player who's been signed. It's a 22-year-old, plays or played for University of Western Cape, UWC, in the Varsity Cup. He was also named the Varsity Cup Player of the Season, and his nickname is the Driller. Reminds you of something else, eh? He's Zimbabwean born. He also plays for Zimbabwe national team. He's represented them in the age groups under 18s, under 21s, and he was called in the 2019 Victoria Cup. Now, for those of you who don't know, Victoria Cup is like the rugby championship of Africa. It started with 3 teams, just like how the Tri-Nation started. Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Uganda. And it's because of Lake Victoria, which borders Kenya and Uganda, and Victoria Falls, which is which borders Zambia and Zimbabwe. That was back then. And in 2019, it was reintroduced, the Victoria Cup, as now 4 teams, just like the Rugby Championship. 1 team has joined, Zambia has joined. So the cup is named, like I said, after Queen Victoria, the first and the second. It was named after them because there is Lake Victoria that's bordering Kenya and Uganda, and there is the Victoria Falls that's bordering Zambia and Zimbabwe. So he played and won the Victoria Cup in 2019, and he's been a very vital team member. He's only 22, weighs 89 kilos, and plays as a loose forward, which means he can play flank and an 8th man. So that's his stats. He actually scored a hat-trick of tries in the last game that they played. So he's a very versatile player, and I'm glad we are strengthening our forwards with even introducing young members into the team, and this will bode well for the likes of when Sia Kolisi is now ready to pass on the baton, and people like that, JJ Van der Mercht, and all that also. So it's the Sharks team is very, very cohesive team made up of young players, young talent, and experienced players, the likes of Thomas du Toit. So that's our second signing, Our second signing. His name is, let me try not to, Tinotenda Mavesere, or you can just call him the Driller. Mavesere from Zim, but he plays for University of Western Cape in the Varsity Cup that UP Takis won. Yeah. So Mavesere is joining. So I want to say, all the Sharks Fan TV family like to say, welcome Tinotenda Mavesere. I hope that you're gonna also be just like the beast, but you are the driller. So we have the ox, we have the driller in the team. Oh man, that's why I like the Sharks. This team, yeah. Okay, moving on to other signings that we've made. We've made also re-signings. I think 3 re-signings because they played for us as well. Lionel Cronje. Lionel Cronje was playing in 2014-15 before moving back to the Southern Kings, and then in 2017, after the financial debacle for Southern Kings or Isuzu Kings, he went and played in Japan. He actually played for Jake White, whose team we're going to meet later on. So Lionel Cronje, welcome to the Sharks. We've also signed another old boy, Cameron Wright. Remember him? Cameron Wright, who used to play in the Curry Cup, and he's back. He also went back to Southern Kings, and in 2017, after the debacle, he was mostly, let's call it, unemployed. But obviously he was still training. We've signed him. We are bolstering our team because of the Curry Cup that's going to start on the 19th of June. It's just going to start straight off. So when the finals of the North versus South Rainbow Cup is being played, Curry Cup starts, and the format has come back, and we're going to talk about it as well in the future. So Cameron Wright is a scrum, and the third player, I've lost count, the fourth player that we've signed. So it's Bongi Monambi, Mavesere as well. Those are the forwards. At scrum off, we have Cameron Wright, Lionel Cronje, who's come in, and the fifth player that we've signed or re-signed is called Kutam Kunu. Kutam Kunu went to the Cheetahs. He played for us, went to play for the Cheetahs as well last year, towards the end of last year, and now he's coming back to play for us in the Curry Cup. So I just want to say, for all those 5 players as well, welcome to the Sharks, or welcome back to the Sharks, and let's have a very successful Curry Cup campaign. Now over to Rainbow Cup SA. I wanted to say finals, but yeah, let's call it finals, guys. Let's just agree to call it finals, because the winner of this game is the ultimate champion of the Rainbow Cup SA. Coming into this game, Bulls have played 5 and won 4. They sit at 20 points. Sharks, we've played 5 and won 3. We sit at 16 points. So we need a bonus point victory to be crowned champions. Bulls need just 1 point. If we draw the game, they are the champions. If we don't win the game, they are the champions. If we win the game, but they get a bonus point loss victory. Bonus point loss point. They win the title. So in all aspects, we have to make them not score within or lose more than 7 points, so that they don't have a bonus point loss. And we have to win bonus point. That means we have to score 4 tries. Now, going into this tournament, Bulls have scored 18 tries. We've scored 17 tries. So, wow. Can't wait for the game. I'm confident, but it smells of the finals. Remember the Curry Cup final, how we went at Loftus. Remember also when we went in Loftus and we lost 43-9 just 2 games ago. Guys, tell me what you guys think about this game. Tell me if you're confident enough. Tell me how you feel about the game. For me, I am confident. However, I'm cautious about how the Bulls will approach this game. But we are home, and that's what gives me. They haven't beaten us at home. That what gives me more confidence. They haven't beaten us. When they came, we beat them here. Also, the kickoff series, we beat them here. Now they're coming back. We should beat them, guys. the tournament or the try. I can't I can't fathom how they will win this tournament and in our ground, one of the rivals. And since we are on the up and up, one of the rivals. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that we win the game. So that's what that's the stats. And let's look at the team for Sean Everett. But before we do that, the other game, the Lions, is it the Stormers versus Lions, not Lions? Stormers versus Lions game has been cancelled because some of the Lions players have tested positive for COVID-19. And due to it, Stormers were awarded 4 points. So, yeah, Lions will finish last in the group and Stormers will finish third. The game was cancelled, but the points for the tournament or for the game were given to the Stormers because the COVID-19 protocol was broken in the Lions camp. But they say that they are following the protocols so that the Springbok selected team or the Springbok selected players will feature for the Springbok come the Lions tour. Remember, they will also play in the invitation or in some of the warm-up games that the Lions, British and Irish Lions, will have. Yeah, so the Stormers game has been cancelled. The only game that's being played is the Bulls game against Sharks. Yeah, so that's what I was saying here is how we're supposed to win the game. So should the team finish on the same number of log points, meaning that we win with a bonus point victory, 4 points, that will move us to 20 points. Then they will look at points difference, which currently the Bulls have more. We have a negative points difference. Total number of tries, like I said, Bulls have scored 18, we've scored 17. They will look at total number of points scored. Bulls have scored 149, we have 131, but we can match that or we can beat that. And try difference. So Bulls have 9 more tries than us. Yeah, so we have to win this game convincingly, to bring these stats down. So most of this favors the Bulls, but I'm confident that when going into this, yeah, we will just hit them good. Yeah. All right. So what Sean Everett was saying about this game or this tie is when making the changes as well. So there are many changes that he's made, and I'm just gonna quote what he says before I tell you the team. He said, "I'm very confident that we took a changed team to play the Emirates Lions last week, which was never going to be an easy fixture for us, and we had to get a bonus point out of it. The guys turned up and performed really well. When you get the Springboks back, you expect them to perform. They are also playing for a test place against British and Irish Lions, so I don't think there will be any lack of motivation from them." So Sean Everett, our coach, is saying actually that last week he had to rest a lot of Springboks. Remember, people like Siya Kolisi didn't feature because of the Springbok protocol. We have to rest the team. So he made changes last week and also is making changes this week. Why? Because of some of injuries. Okay, so let's dive into the starting 15, where we had to make some changes. Like you've heard Sean Everett saying, last week the Springboks were not there and the team performed well. So this week some of the Springboks are coming back, the likes of Siya Kolisi, Lucanio Am, who are rested. And one person who we wanted, or one player who we wanted to actually play in this game was Mapimpi. Unfortunately, he had a calf strain. He was named first of all on Thursday. He was named in the starting 15, but later on, due to some injury issues, the calf strain to Mapimpi, we had to make those changes. And this is the starting 15 that will go into the team. So we'll have Kwesi Mona, Kieran Van Furen, Kuta Mkunu. Kuta just joined in, and he already has started. Remember last week, Thomas Dutoy and Ox had to play because the others got a bit of a strain, especially Tutuku Mkunu actually got an injury during the game, and Thomas Dutoy and Oxenche had to come in as well. Actually, Thomas started, but Ox had to come in. So now they're being rested because of that. So our forwards will be that. Kieran Van Furen started as hooker, Kuta Mkunu, and Kwesi Mona. Then JJ Van der Mercht and Hiron Andrews make it in the lock position. Sia Kolisi comes back with Tembalani Boli in the flank position. Pepsi Buthelezi keeps his 8th-man position. Jaden Hendrickse is our number 9. Corin Bosch comes back for the fly half position. But last week, I gotta say, it was well played as well by Manny Libok. Anthony Folmink is our blindside wing. Then we have Marius Lowe and Lucanio Am coming in back at the center. And then Werner Koch pushes from the center to the open wing. Then Apelele Fassi in the fullback position. Anthony Folmink played the fullback position last week and he really played well. And now he's going to start at blindside. The guy has pace, you know. So our subs as well, we have Dan Yoster, Oxenche, Thomas Dutoy, Reniel Hugo, James Fenter, Grant Williams, Manny Libok, and Jeremy Ward, who are coming back. So people like Jeremy Ward and Manny Libok, I expect to see them in the second half. Thomas Dutoy, Oxenche, not so much, but we'll have to see what happens in the second half. Once again, let me go through the team. Kwesi Mona, Kieran Van Furen, Kuta Mkunu, JJ Van der Mescht, Hiron Andrews, Sia Kolisi, Tembalani Boli, Pepsi Buthelezi, Jaden Hendrickse, Corin Bosch, Anthony Folmink, Marius Lowe, Lucanio Am, Ferna Koch, and Apelele Fassi. So let me know what you guys think of the team. Who should start? Who should have kept in the bench? Are you happy with the squad? Are you happy with the team as well? So for Bulls team, I'm just going to go over it as well quickly. We see what kind of opposition we are up against. We have Gerard Steenkamp, Johan Krobler, Mone Smith as props, as front row, Walt Steenkamp, Janko Swanepoel, second row, Mano Staden and Ruan Noche as flanks, and Marcel Kotsia as 8th man coming in for Duane Vermeulen, who had surgery for his ankle. He had an ankle injury which keeps him out of this game, but Marcel Kotsia missing out on the Springbok selection, and this will be almost like revenge for him. Then in the backs, we have Ivan van Zyl, Morne Steyn, Stravino Jacobs, Conor Hendricks, Marco Jans van Furen, Madosh Tambwe, and David Kriel. And last time, Stravino Jacobs actually gave us hell, and I hope we should just keep him silent for this game or for this match, and hope that everything goes well right there, so that we actually make a statement that Sharks have risen above the Bulls' shadow. We've been reaching finals with the Bulls, and we have to break this dark of losing against Bulls in important matches or in the finals. Yeah, so that's the team. Replacements will be Skolk Erasmus, Jacques Van Rooyen, Trevor Nyakane, Nizam Carr, Müller Ois, Keegan Johansen, Clinton Swart, and Gio Aplon. Gio Aplon comes back in the replacement, and I think we'll see him in the second half. So it's all about keeping those guys quiet. So that's it, guys. Before I go, I want also to congratulate one more person who's made a signing. There's been a lot of signings for Sharks this season, or this time around. Our own coach, Sean Everett, has extended his contract until 2024. So I asked in the comment sections below that what do you feel, or how do you feel Sean Everett has done so far? And, bit of a response, and Jack was saying that we're looking, if he goes, I think we can get someone like the England coach who's gonna come here. He also coach Japan. Remember, Japan beat the Springboks in the 2015 tournament, one game, and it was the highlight of their game, and he was their coach. So yeah, who guys who now that he's signed, are you happy that he's extending his contract? Are you happy with the job that he's doing so far, or do you think that we're gonna let him go if he doesn't perform? But yeah, for that, I'll leave it to you guys to comment. Please do comment in the video below and keep it interactive. Yeah, so that's it for me. It's been a mouthful, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Keep on liking, keep on sharing this video, keep on commenting, and we're gonna keep it going. We're keeping it black and white, guys. Enjoy the game today. Let's hope we're gonna win this and be in the finals on the 19th, North versus South. Yeah, so keep it black and white, and nothing else matters. Enjoy the game, guys, and I'll see you soon.